Oftentimes, people say things we have heard so many times, but we never really, put so much thought into it. So I'm gonna ask you a question, alright? Do you love yourself? Like, have you ever thought about if you love yourself truly, or how much you love yourself? Like, I've heard this so often, that people say, oh, you have a problem with your self-esteem, or you don't love yourself. But do we understand if we do? Like, how? How will I know if I love myself, and how is it showing up? Is it not really difficult to understand that? Last summer, I asked myself that question, and I thought, like, yeah, I do. I love myself because, like, for example, with my body, I'm pretty alright. Like, I don't, that's something I feel comfortable in. So I was like, yeah, I love myself. Especially since I like to motivate people. That can only come from a place of love. I don't know. Hey, you know what I've noticed? There's certain aspects that I can love myself more. The past year, I've been shifting. Like, my energy has sometimes been really different and really authentic, and I've been like so blown away by that. Looking back, like certain situations where I was like, dude, this is how I always want to be. And then, well, you know how it is. Like, there were other situations where my energy was just the absolute opposite. And that's where I realized the change, like the difference it makes. But whenever I was able to, carry myself like that, have that energy around me, not consciously, right? Just looking back, I noticed, what was happening? Like, I was obviously, like, in that sense, glowing or whatever. You become magnetic, right? And that's a sign of self-love. And these situations were always when I didn't really care. I was like in this state of, I was kind of on this motivational high, sort of. And, I felt authentic. And I think those situations, I did not expect something crazy to happen. And then the thing is, like I said, this is not always happening. Now, I really want to be always that person. But I guess realization first, and you got to work on that and step into that. But once you realize that, that's a completely different place I've never been before. And why do I say that has to do with self-love? Because, like I said, in those situations, I was just being myself. I was pretty much not caring about if somebody else likes me or not. I love myself enough to show up as myself. Just some thoughts I want to share here. There's more. You really want to go and study art? It's possible. You would get into the art school. The only thing holding you back is your parents saying that you shouldn't do it because it's not a good path for you. Do you love yourself enough to still do it? Because you know that you cannot be happy if you don't try, and the possibilities are right in front of you. It's often also this battle of, there's people we think we have to please, people maybe at work or family, friends, and we absolutely shouldn't. Because sometimes, there's things we selfishly, it's not selfish, but they might point that out. That's how you might think about it right now. You don't always have to please somebody else. And one thing you definitely don't have to do is live your life according to somebody else's vision. This is your life. I mean, how many years you want to try to please somebody else after you're grown up? Like, you can take care of yourself and all of that. So I think it's part of self-love that if there's people holding you back, you have to let them go. And this is so twisted because many don't see it that way. You think, oh, no, like, I can't do all of this. But I feel like it's part of that. And once you realize that's not something bad. Sometimes you gotta do things for yourself that you really want to do. And this is how you can be the best version again for that person who never wanted you to do that thing that you desire to do. That's something crazy, because eventually, if you're doing that, let's say you move into New York, becoming a writer, publishing your book, eventually maybe these people are gonna say, oh, she did it all. Like, I didn't believe in her, but now I do, right? So no matter what you want to do, being brave and fearless is sexy. It's hot. Authenticity is the best thing you can give to the world. And well, if it's your desire to do something, and whatever it is not hurting anyone, right? It's just you stepping into what you are supposed to do. And if it's not aligning with a lot of people's beliefs and society norms and whatever, who cares? Just do you. The world, I think, the world is a messed up place. You don't need to step into anybody's footprints, so you don't want to. Sometimes it's easy to not. Sometimes it's hard to not do it. Sometimes it's impossible to just, leave that situation right now. But anything you do in life is like, if you love yourself enough, you can choose you. Sometimes you have to let go. Like, be kind to yourself, alright? That's really everything. And I still like, it's really hard to ask yourself that question, because we don't, like, it's really hard. Her handle is I Understood, and she's amazing. Like, I just feel like she speaks in a way that is really empowering. What she said was, similar subject, what if the universe wants you to sit with your fear? What if? That's alright. What if you're supposed to have that fear inside you, and you have to conquer that fear? It's like a little challenge, It's not supposed to be easy, because you're just meant to handle that. And yeah, just like her putting out that video is like a big inspiration for me. So you putting yourself out there is going to inspire the right people. You're gonna attract the right people. It's actually incredible once you start realizing how you are attracting new, like, if your energy is shifting, then you are attracting different things in your life. And once you realize you can attract anything, it's absolutely insane. But one thing is definitely, like, be kind to yourself at any given time. And that means a lot of things. Yeah. And most definitely that you always have your pen and write your own story. Don't let nobody take that from you. It's your life after all. Come on. Take care, and hope I see you there in the next video then. Leave a comment. How's your day going? Just say hi. Anyway, and take care.